It's Happy Hour with the Cardinals live from Minsky's Pizza in Liberty, and I am Rick Cole. We're happy you can join us here online, and of course we still have drink and food specials here at Minsky's until 7 o'clock tonight. Payton Meeks will join us here in just a second. I wanted to go through some things that are going on in Jewel Athletics. First of all, our basketball teams are traveling to Drury on Thursday night. We'll have the live audio play-by-play of those games starting at 5:10 with the women's pregame show, and then on Saturday we'll be going to Missouri S&T for women's and men's basketball. Also, it was announced today the men's soccer program has earned the National Soccer Coaches Association of America Team Academic Award with a 3.19 on a 4.0 scale. Congratulations to them. It's the 9th time in program history the award has been earned. Garrett John is the head soccer coach at William Jewell. Well, Payton Meeks is our guest here, and I remember Payton, because your sister played basketball here, sitting down with you when you were, I think, a senior in high school. You had some golf offers because you are an excellent golfer, obviously, and you were considering different schools. We talked about coming to Jewell, and here you are, and I'm just not getting my due credit for that, I don't think. No, you were supposed to laugh at that. Well, welcome, first of all, and tell me about the golf team, because you had some success last year. Will you tell me how last year finished up?
Last year, so we went to the Super Regionals in Illinois, and we didn't finish as good as we wanted to, I don't think, but we were so happy with being able to go the first time in school history and everything, and Coach Cole was really excited for everyone. So it worked out well in that sense, and we wish we could have finished a little stronger, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Well, Bob said it's a really tough course.
Yeah.
What made it tough?
The greens were really fast, and the pin placements were really hard, and I did not play very well, and I think some other people played better, but it just all around, like the weather conditions weren't very good, and it just all kind of added up.
I want to talk more about that in a moment. I want to talk about how you play in the spring, especially, and what that's like. But let's go back to the GLVC Tournament. You guys take, I believe it was 6th place, right, in the tournament as a team. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that was one of the first times that Jewell has been that high in the team standings. What was that weekend like?
It was really fun just being in that environment, and we had a really great team score, and we were all really excited, and Coach Cole was excited, and it just made it like really fun for everyone. And it just ended up being great because I was a freshman, and just doing that for the seniors was really awesome.
Payton Meeks is our guest, as she said, last year a freshman, this year a sophomore. Vincennes, Indiana is your hometown. Chelsea Meeks played basketball for us for 4 years, and I would guess that's one of the reasons you came here.
Yeah, I had a big impact on why I came to Jewell, my sister being here, and I visited a lot, and I love the campus, so that helped a little bit.
Your parents came a lot to basketball games, and how long of a drive is it?
It's 7 hours.
How many times were you able to come? Almost all the time?
Yeah, I came to quite a few games. I actually played basketball in high school too, so there was a few times where there were like conflicts between games and her games, my games and her games, but we made it work. So. Well,
we're glad to have you here, and you've impacted our golf team, certainly as a freshman last year, as a sophomore coming up this year. We talked about the GLVC, we talked about the regional tournament, but that was unprecedented that we had made a regional tournament as an NCAA team. You got to feel great about that, I would think.
Oh, yeah, we definitely felt great about it. And like I said, it was the first time for Coach Cole, and he's been a coach here for, I think, 7 years now, and so he was really excited for that to happen too.
What's he like, and what's practice like for you? I mean, is he there constantly giving you instruction? Is he allowing you just to play? What's it like?
He's a really great coach. I love playing for him, and I think everyone else on the team does too. And practices are pretty different. It just kind of depends on the day. So he'll be there most of the time, and he'll give instruction, and he'll kind of let you do your own thing, and he's really good about helping you when you need it and then letting you do your own thing whenever you want to.
Those bus rides, those van rides get kind of long. I imagine you have a lot of time to tell stories and that sort of thing. I would imagine he's a pretty good storyteller.
Oh, yeah, he has so many stories. Sometimes about the guys' team, sometimes about funny things we did that we don't know that the other person did. So he's always like making us laugh and everything.
Right.
So, yeah.
Payton Meeks is our guest. We talked about the weather a little bit ago, and I want to ask you, it's so hard to play golf when it's cold, I think, for a lot of people, and yet it's a spring sport for you guys. How much time do you actually spend out on the golf course in a spring sports season?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because in high school you only play in the fall, and so in college we play in the fall and the spring. So it was something new to adapt to whenever I got here, and it's really different playing in the spring because the weather and it's a lot more variables than in the fall. And so We try to get out to the course as much as we can, but it's always kind of cold and rainy, and we can't start our season until like closer to the tournament dates, and so that kind of makes it difficult. And I think that has a lot to do with the averages being a little higher in the spring than in the fall.
When it comes down to playing in cold weather, practice or meet, what do you do to stay warm if it's cold? How do you do that?
Just wear lots of layers.
Do you? But
Yeah.
doesn't that constrict your swing? And
Yeah, normally I try not to wear as many, but I'm like normally pretty cold. But once you get playing and like walking and you're just really focused, like you don't really notice it as much. It's hard in the rain. That's like hard to ignore.
how about your hands? Do they get really cold? Is it tough to control the club when your hands are cold?
Yeah, whenever we have like all weather gloves that we wear whenever it's raining, and we have like these weird mitten things that coach wants us to put on in between shots, but I'm always like, no, I don't want to wear those.
All right. You play in all of that weather, but then at the end of the year, it must feel awful good when it starts getting a little bit warmer.
Yeah, I love playing in like 75 degrees with no wind, but
Right.
that doesn't happen very often.
Right. Well, tell us about your family. We mentioned your mom and dad made a lot of trips here. How are they doing?
They're doing good.
Tell us who they are.
They're Beth and Brent Meeks. They're really awesome parents. They support me and my sister in like everything we do. Like you said, Chelsea went overseas and played, and they were like so excited. My mom went and visited her while she was there and watched a few of her games, and they're just like always behind us, and it's really great to have that, especially being so far away from home.
I remember you used to bring an entourage, and I think there were a couple of road games when you filled up the stands
Yeah.
pretty good too. Yeah, they are solid family people, and boy, you kind of miss seeing them around. I kind of miss seeing them around, and hope they're doing well. Say hi for me for sure,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
to Chelsea as well. What's your major in school? What do you want to do when you get your degree?
Oh, it's a big question. I'm majoring in business and communications, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. I think my parents are really wanting me to come home and work for them, but haven't decided yet. Got a few years.
They're in the real estate business still?
Real estate and insurance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have an interest in that field? Maybe you don't want to say it on the air here.
Yeah, I have a little bit of an interest. I have my insurance license, so that's something that I kind of like did to see if I liked it, and I did, but haven't really done with it much since then, since I've been in school. So
Let's get a little love to your teammates too. Also, who are your teammates this year?
this year we have Jalen Marshall, and then Zoe Risdale, and then Katie Bird are the freshmen, and then me and Nicole Marquis are the sophomores, and Molly Lane. And then our only upperclassman is Alex Trask.
Right.
So
You made a trip to Puerto Rico. Did everybody get to
Yes,
go
we did.
on that trip? And when was that? Late fall?
yes, so that was in the end of October, and not everyone on the team got to go. Just I think 6 people. It was a really fun trip. We didn't play all that great, and we didn't place very well, but it was really fun, and the weather was great. And Coach Cole's twin brother took us, so
Oh,
we had
really?
a lot of fun with him. Yeah.
Bob didn't go? Oh, is
No.
that right? I didn't know that.
Yep, his brother Brian went with us, and it was really fun. Like, he's an awesome coach too, so we had a lot of fun with it. It was the end of the year, and so we just thought we would, try to have fun, and we did. So
Did
it
you
was
have
good.
any great life experiences? I mean, outside of playing golf, did you learn something, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask?
We saw a lot of different animals there. Like,
yeah?
yeah, there was like so many iguanas, and they were huge, and like just being there and being in that environment was really cool. And like getting to play golf on top of that was pretty awesome.
Payton, it's been great to visit with you. Thank you so much for
Thanks
coming
for
out here to
having me.
Happy Hour with the Cardinals. March 26th, I've got down as your first meet at Drury, the Panther invite. And the best of luck to you guys.
Thank
and
you.
get your back into that NCAA postseason run again. That was, I bet, a lot of fun, and I bet you're looking
Yep.
forward to trying that again.
We are looking forward to it.
Payton, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Happy Hour with the Cardinals here. Payton Meeks has been our guest from women's golf. And when we come back, we'll talk to Blake Alexander, the senior track member of the Cardinals.